यहाँ से शुरू करना था ना हमको. आई थिंक आई एंडेड अप विद दिस perfectly inelastic supply and inelastic supply, right? If you may recall, in the previous lecture we talked about the various degrees of price elasticity of supply: perfectly elastic, elastic, unitary elastic, inelastic, and perfectly inelastic supply. Just confirm it back to me, any one of you, any one of you. Shubnesh, Shubnesh, हमने ये डिस्कस किया था कि नहीं किया था? Shubnesh, I am audible to you or not? Huh? Okay, we had discussed, this is what has been confirmed. So now we shall move on to the factors which actually are impactful as far as the price elasticity of supply is concerned. The way we discussed and dealt with the price elasticity of demand, exactly the same way we shall be taking the various kinds of factors which are impactful on price elasticity of supply also. So we will take them up one after another. The first and the foremost thing is the time period. You know that in case if you have ample of time to make adjustments in the level of output of any commodity as a producer, then the elasticity of supply will be highly elastic, for the simple reason that you can, in case if the price is increasing, then you can step up the production of that particular commodity. However, there is a rider which works on this. Rider means इसमें भी एक condition लगी हुई होती है, और वो condition ये होती है कि if you wish to increase the production units of the commodity, then you must have the production capacity. You must have the spare production capacity so that you can produce more number of units of the commodity. If you are already operating with the optimum level of output, then how can you increase it? Because you have already utilized the production capacity to the maximum, and beyond the maximum, in case if you want to create more units of commodity, then in that event what you will have to do, you will have to create an additional infrastructure and facility for the production of more number of units. So there is a condition. अगर आप वक्त के साथ में एडजस्ट करते हुए अपने आउटपुट को बढ़ा सकते हैं, तो whenever there will be an increase in the price of the product, the market attractiveness from the perspective of the supplier will be on a high, and the supplier will also respond accordingly and will step up the production of number of units of that particular output. So that is one possibility which is always there. But whenever the response time to increase the level of output is limited, in the sense, if somebody tells you that within a week's time or within a month's time we want this much of quantity of so and so product, and in case if your production unit is not geared up accordingly or your production capacity is not geared up accordingly, then the price elasticity of supply will be highly inelastic. Why so? क्योंकि आप वो प्रोड्यूस कर ही नहीं सकते हैं. आप उस जिस अनुपात में आपसे प्रोडक्शन को बढ़ाने की रिक्वेस्ट की जा रही है मार्केट फोर्सेस द्वारा, you will not be able to adjust according to the market demand, because you have your own limitations, and all of a sudden there is also an old saying कि Rome was not built in a day. अगर मैं आपसे कहूं कि आज आपकी प्रोडक्शन कैपेसिटी 100 यूनिट है और मुझे कल से 1000 यूनिट चाहिए, तो विल यू रेस्पॉन्ड टू दैट कॉल? यू विल नेवर रेस्पॉन्ड टू दैट कॉल. And what you will do, you will let the opportunity go from your hands, for the simple reason that it is practically not possible for you to increase the production of that particular commodity. So, and in case if I give you ample of time, then when the ample of time is available with you, you will also make the adjustment in the level of output. So this is how the price elasticity of supply can become elastic when ample of time is there to make the adjustment in the level of output, and when you are being time pressed, when you are being given a very challenging time limit to make the adjustment in the level of output, then the price elasticity of supply will be highly inelastic in nature. So do remember, time period plays quite an important role in the price elasticity of supply. वक्त के ऊपर हर चीज डिपेंड करती है. कई बार कहा जाता है कि आप अपने लाइफ के गोल्स को एक्सप्लेन करिए. आप अपने लाइफ के गोल को कुछ इस तरह से एक्सप्लेन करते हैं कि मैं चाहता हूं कि मैं करोड़पति बनूं. ठीक है ना? अब करोड़पति बनूं, मैं करोड़ों रुपए कमाऊं. नाउ द पॉइंट इज दैट वो करोड़ों रुपए आप कब कमाना चाहते हैं? Unless and until you relate it with the time factor, your statement carries no meaning. The other person may presume, हो सकता है आप जो स्टेटमेंट दे रहे हैं वो स्टेटमेंट ये दे रहे हैं कि आप by the end of the day, when like you will be in the twilight of your life, maybe after 80 years, 90 years down the line, आप उस जमाने में हो सकता है जब आप जिंदगी की आखिरी सांसें ले रहे हो, तब आप करोड़ों रुपए कमा चुके हो. तो उसका क्या कोई मायने होएगा? क्योंकि उस जमाने में हो सकता है कि सैलरी भी करोड़ों में होनी शुरू हो जाए. तो दैट कैन नॉट बी द ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ योर लाइफ, दैट कैन नॉट बी द गोल ऑफ योर लाइफ. इफ यू हैव टू आइडेंटिफाई द गोल, देन देयर आर 5 थिंग्स व्हिच यू मस्ट रिमेंबर इन द लाइफ. एंड the goals in the life are always, I always keep sharing this with the students. Goals need to be smart in nature. Goals need to be smart in nature, where smart को हम expand करेंगे तो वो कुछ इस तरह से आता है. स्पेसिफिक, सॉरी इसको मैं थोड़ा शॉर्ट में वैसे कर देता हूँ. स्पेसिफिक, measurable, achievable, realistic एंड टाइम बाउंड. ये पांचों चीजें जिंदगी में बड़ी ही जरूरी अहमियत रखती हैं अगर आप जिंदगी के किसी भी अपने ऑब्जेक्टिव को या गोल को डिफाइन करना चाहते हैं. ये जो है ये बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट है. तो टाइम बाउंड इज व्हाट आई एम रिलेटिंग इट व्हेन आई एम डिस्क्राइबिंग द डिटरमिनेंट्स ऑफ प्राइस इलास्टिसिटी ऑफ डिमांड ऑफ सप्लाई. And when I am talking about that the goals of life have got to be smart, that means the 5 things which you expand are specific. आपके जिंदगी का गोल जो है क्या है उसको आप बहुत ही प्रिसाइसली डिफाइन करिए. जिंदगी का कोई भी गोल जो होता है वो क्वालिटेटिव नहीं होता है, वो क्वांटिटेटिव होता है. सो इट शुड बी मेजरेबल. आप साइंस के स्टूडेंट्स हैं, आपको पता है होना चाहिए. ठीक है. any goal that is not achievable is not a goal. For an example, all of you are in the 3rd semester of your BTech program, and suppose if the institute sets an objective for each one of you to have 100% marks in every examination of your subject in the semester, then do you think that this is a kind of achievable goal that has been set by the institution? Or even if you set for yourself, is it achievable? No, it is not achievable, because you are bound to falter somewhere and your CGPA will fall little short of 10. Your percentage of marks will fall short of little less than 100%, and that is to speak a minimal about human efforts is that is very obvious that you will not be able to achieve 100% marks in every subject. So achievability of goal is very important in the life. जब आप ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस के लिए काम करेंगे ना, तो आप देखिएगा आपके पास में जब भी कोई काम आएगा तो वो आपके पास में आपको कई काम ऐसे दिखाई देंगे, आप कहेंगे कि ये अचीवेबल नहीं है. दैट मीन्स दैट इज फार अवे फ्रॉम द accomplishment. So goals, unless and until, मैं आपको सबसे बड़ी चीज बताता हूँ, जिंदगी के जो भी हम ऑब्जेक्टिव सेट करते हैं वो अचीवेबल होने चाहिए. अगर आप पहले ही दिन से ये कन्विंस्ड हो गए कि ये गोल मैं अचीव नहीं कर सकता हूँ, ये ऑब्जेक्टिव मैं अचीव नहीं कर सकता हूँ, the first thing will be that your approach right from the word go will be half-hearted, and you will be looking forward to failure in the life. So important in the life that whatever objectives that you set, they are achievable and realistic. Anything that is not realistic, anything that is imaginary, anything, because एक आपने अंग्रेजी में एक वर्ड सुना होगा, and that word is perfect. ठीक है ना? I have heard people saying that I am a perfectionist. Why am I saying so? This terminology I came across in the year 1994 when I was talking to my immediate superior in Delhi, and that fellow told me that you are dealing with a person who is perfectionist, and that is what made me wonder that in case if this person is perfectionist, then he is left with nothing to achieve in the life. अगर आप अपने आप को ये सोचते हैं कि आप में कोई त्रुटि नहीं है, if you are devoid of any fault in your personality, you can achieve anything that your mind can conceive. I think the person who thinks like that lives in a fool's paradise, and that was proved very early in my association with that organization, with that gentleman as my immediate superior, when he was fired from the company on account of not being able to deliver the goods. But to me, when the very first day when I had an interaction with him, he said that I am perfectionist. So be realistic. Human beings are a bundle of positives and negatives, and you have to learn to take positives and negatives both into your stride. Sometimes you work well, sometimes you do not work well. A lot of things which are external in nature will be dependent on, your performance will be dependent on those external things which are constantly impacting you. Sometimes you are not in a positive frame of mind. You are not in your true elements. When you are in your true elements, you deliver to perfection at times. I am not saying that sometimes you will not be able to do things with perfection. You will be able to do things with perfection, but not all the times. Sometimes you will falter. Sometimes you will not be able to shake hands with the success. So you need to be realistic in your approach to the life. If your goal is realistic, if there is an element of attainability associated with the goal, I think your conviction in that particular goal increases multifold. And another thing, जो कि मैं आपके टाइम पीरियड के साथ रिलेट कर रहा हूँ, that everything that we do has got to have a particular time frame within which you are supposed to deliver. अगर आपको थर्ड सेमेस्टर क्लियर करना है तो वो आपके पास में इफेक्टिवली 3 महीने पढ़ाई के होते हैं, 1-1.5 महीना आपका इम्तहान का होता है, and within 4.5 months you have to clear all the subjects of your semester. So everything is well defined in this universe. After the completion of your BTech program, you will have a degree in your hand and you will have to set goals for yourself as to what do you want to achieve or accomplish in this life. If your goals are not time bound, मैं चाहता हूँ कि 1 साल के अंदर अंदर मेरे पास में मोटरसाइकिल आ जाए, मैं चाहूंगा कि 3 साल के अंदर या 4 साल के अंदर मेरे पास में एक कार आ जाए, मैं चाहूंगा 10 साल के अंदर अंदर मेरे पास में एक मकान हो. आई थिंक सच goals that you will set for yourself will be quite realistic, achievable, measurable, specific, and with a particular time frame. That is, you are chaining your thoughts down, your objectives down within a particular time frame. So that is what makes sense in the life. So always remember that you have to have certain objectives or goals which are associated with the time period. But overnight nothing can be achieved. अगर आप आज ज्वाइन करते हो और सोचते हो कि अगले 4 महीने के अंदर कार ले लें, एक अच्छी 10 लाख की कार ले लें, तो अनलेस एंड अनटिल आपकी अर्निंग्स 2-3 लाख रुपए की है, एक सैलरी मिली है, इट विल बी डिस्टेंट थॉट. It will not be a realistic goal that you will set for yourself. And exactly the same way, when you will, some of you will also become entrepreneurs. And when you will become entrepreneurs, then this law of price elasticity of supply, you will be dealing with day in, day out. You will be looking around for the opportunities when you can step up the supply in the market and earn more profits. You will also see lot of opportunity to do away. Do away का मतलब होता है, do away with का मतलब होता है to give up some of the products that you are already doing well in pursuit of higher profits through embracing or accepting other products which are more profitable in nature. देखिए, टेलीविजन की टेक्नोलॉजी जो थी एक बॉक्स वाली, वो टेलीविजन की टेक्नोलॉजी आज भी एग्जिस्ट करती है. आज भी आप शायद पुराने घरों में देखेंगे या इवन आज के भी घरों में अगर आप देखेंगे ना, तो पुराना टेलीविजन आज भी चल रहा होगा कई घरों में. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि वो रिडंडेंट हो गया, रिडंडेंट इन द सेंस कि वो यूजलेस हो गया कंप्लीटली. नहीं, आज भी आप उसमें पिक्चर देख सकते हैं. टेलीविजन पे पिक्चर आएगी, वो आप आज भी देख सकते हैं. उसमें न्यूज़ भी रहेगी, उसमें स्पोर्ट्स भी रहेंगे, उसमें हर चीज़ रहेगी, हर तरह का एंटरटेनमेंट होएगा. आपको सोशियो जोग्राफिक इंफॉर्मेशन मिलेगी, सब कुछ होएगा. परंतु वक्त के साथ साथ जैसे जैसे टेक्नोलॉजी में बदलाव आता जाता है, आप उस चीज़ का प्रोडक्शन कम करते जाते हैं जो टेक्नोलॉजी पुरानी होती जाती है. इज़न्ट इट? हमने ये पहले पढ़ा ही है कि भाई हम पुरानी टेक्नोलॉजी जो होती है उसमें फैक्टर्स ऑफ प्रोडक्शन जो होते हैं वो हायर होते हैं. इस वजह से हम उन चीज़ों को छोड़ देते हैं. मार्केट में डिमांड कम होती है, प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी कम होती है. कोई भी नई टेक्नोलॉजी आती है, वी एम्ब्रेस दैट टेक्नोलॉजी in pursuit of achieving higher profits, because there will be economies of scale which will be achieved in the form of lower cost of production for that particular commodity. तो हम उस चीज को embrace कर लेते हैं या accept कर लेते हैं. Everything is related to the time. With the passage of time we change. हम लोग भी तो अपना जो बिहेवियर है उसका मॉडिफिकेशन करते रहते हैं वक्त के साथ साथ. जैसे जैसे हम नॉलेज एक्वायर करते जाते हैं, द मोमेंट वी कीप piling up tons of knowledge in our mind, right, we become more and more wise over a period of time. And it is the wisdom that we acquire through our experience in this living world that we start taking measures which are unlikely to cause any sort of failure. इसीलिए ही कहा जाता है कि जैसे जैसे उम्र आपकी बढ़ती जाती है, आपका अनुभव बढ़ता जाता है, अनुभव के साथ साथ आपकी सीख बढ़ती जाती है, और सीख के साथ साथ आपका चांसेस ऑफ फेलियर जो है वो कम होता चला जाता है. मैं अभी कल एक मेरे पास में मैसेज आया है, मैं उसको एक बार एनालाइज करूंगा, उसकी आई विल चेक द ट्रूथफुलनेस ऑफ दैट मैसेज एंड देन आई विल शेयर विद ऑल ऑफ यू, which says that a person who is in the age group of 60 to 70 is the most productive person in this universe. His productivity is at its best between the age group of 60 to 70 years. Then the next best productive age of a person. Why so? Because आदमी जो होता है वो अपने दिमाग से खेलना शुरू कर देता है. हो सकता है उसके फिजिकल रिफ्लेक्सेस कम हो जाएं. हो सकता है he may not be able to put in vigorous physical efforts in the 24 days that are being credited to him with every passing day. हर गुजरते दिन के साथ में जो 24 घंटे मिलते हैं, हो सकता है वो उतनी फिजिकल लेबर ना कर सकता हो, परंतु उसका जो दिमाग होता है वो बहुत शार्प हो जाता है. The mind of a human being becomes very sharp between the age group of 60 to 70 and 70 to 80 years, and the person can think and make a suggestion to the youth as to how to deliver the goods in the best possible manner, how to be. He has a key to be offered or shared with the youth, with the young generation, as to how can they be successful. And that is why it is being said and proven. Said means SAID. It is being said and proven that as a person acquires more and more experience, he becomes more and more wise, and the chances of his failure are reduced to a great extent. That is one of the reasons why every business organization tries to mix and match the power of youth, the energy of youth, with the wisdom and intellect of the people who have been alive and associated with this living world through their acumen, and they have become more wise and more intelligent over a period of time. And when you combine their experience with the youth power, that is the perfect recipe to deliver the desired results. So it is the finding that the average age of a CEO in this world, chief executive officer who is at the helm of affairs, who is the top boss in every business organization, the average age of CEO in the world is 63 years. And when we talk about the youth power, when we refer to maybe unskilled labor में आपको पता है कुछ unfortunate circumstances होते हैं, तो आदमी जो होता है, वो इंसान जो होता है, वो 14-15 साल की उम्र से ही काम करना शुरू कर देता है. But even if you are coming out through a proper professional course, maybe you will be a key member of any business organization starting from the age of 21 years. So you can produce a lot of output, but you need to be channelized in the proper direction. And who can channelize you in the proper direction is the person who is sitting on the top. So the guidance comes from the top, the philosophy trickles down from the top to bottom, and the people, the youth power who are at the rock bottom level, they are the people who produce the output for this mankind. And that is how this world survives. That is how the entire universe works. So always you need to remember that we all are having certain I would say limitations, and we operate within limitations, but these limitations can be taken care of with the help of those people who are experienced, and they can always find a way out as to how can you break through any shackle, how can you get over any shackle. Shackle समझते हैं आप? Chain. If you are being chained down, if your thoughts are being chained down, यदि आपके विचारों को हमने किसी कारणवश से किसी चेन से बांध दिया है, तो हाउ कैन यू ब्रेक दैट शैकल? उस चेन को आप कैसे तोड़ सकते हैं? and we can allow your spirit to let loose and do what the world thinks is impossible. Everything that has happened in this world has been created by the people who are young. Young people have the power to transform any circumstances that appear to be impossible into possible. So the people who can change this world is the youth, and they need to be given the proper direction through the experience. And experience is with the age. Experience always comes with the age. So that is what we need to remember. But there are organizations which are very proactive. Proactive in the sense they look into the future. So wherever the CEO or the entrepreneur of an organization is dynamic, he will be able to make the correct analysis of the market situation in the times to come. And if one sees a possibility that the price of the products that he is dealing with are going to increase, then he will gear up to increase the production capacity and will be ready to make the demand of the product being met through the increased level of output. He would gear up accordingly, and the necessary adjustments will be made in the output of that particular product, and accordingly the elasticity of supply will be highly elastic. So this is what you have to remember, that time period is quite an important one. And when it comes to the storage capacity, you also have to look at the price elasticity of supply from the storage point of view. There are two types of products in this universe. One that is perishable, the other that is non-perishable. Perishable products are known as consumer products. Non-perishable products are known as permanent products or durable products, right? So the products which are durable can be stored, and any product that can be stored indefinitely, the elasticity of supply is going to be highly elastic, क्योंकि आप कितना भी प्रोड्यूस करें आप उसको स्टोर कर सकते हैं, ठीक है ना. बट अ प्रोडक्ट दैट इज पेरिशेबल, अ प्रोडक्ट दैट इज हैविंग अ वेरी शॉर्ट शेल्फ लाइफ इज अनलाइकली टू सर्वाइव फॉर अ लॉन्गर ड्यूरेशन. तो ऐसे प्रोडक्ट को हम स्टोर नहीं कर सकते हैं. So when we deal with the perishable items, the price elasticity of supply is inelastic. When we deal with the products that can be stored indefinitely, the price elasticity of supply is going to be highly elastic. So that is what you have to remember about the ability to store the output of a product. Durable and non-durable products, perishable and non-perishable products. And that is how we deal with the products accordingly. ब्रेड की शेल्फ लाइफ क्या होती है? 3 दिन के अंदर फंगस आ जाती है. मिल्क की क्या शेल्फ लाइफ होती है? 2-4 दिन के अंदर खराब हो जाता है. परंतु यदि यही आपका असली घी है, यही आपका बटर है, यही आपकी चीज है, तो शेल्फ लाइफ कितनी हो जाती है? 1 साल हो जाती है, 2 साल हो जाती है. आई थिंक चीज के ऊपर शेल्फ लाइफ जो होती है वो 2 साल लिखी हुई आती है. बटर खराब हो ही नहीं सकता, अगर आप रेफ्रिजरेटर में रखेंगे तो खराब होने का मतलब ही नहीं है. तो अगर इस तरह के प्रोडक्ट्स की आप बात करते हैं तो इनकी जो प्राइस इलास्टिसिटी ऑफ सप्लाई है वो हाईली इलास्टिक होती है. बिकॉज व्हाई इज इट हाईली इलास्टिक? क्योंकि ये खराब नहीं होते हैं. तो जब खराब नहीं होते हैं तो आप इनको प्रोड्यूस कर सकते हैं, और जैसे ही प्रोड्यूस करके आप अपने स्टॉक यार्ड में रख सकते हैं, और जैसे ही प्रोडक्ट अगर बढ़ता है तो आप उसके ऊपर नई लेबलिंग के साथ में उसको मार्केट में उतार सकते हैं. परंतु ये चीज आप सब्जियों के साथ नहीं कर सकते, फलों के साथ नहीं कर सकते, ये चीज आप दूध के साथ में नहीं कर सकते. बहुत सारी चीजें होती हैं जिनकी की शेल्फ लाइफ लिमिटेड होती है. एंड ट्रस्ट मी, दिस इज व्हाट आई हैव एक्सपीरियंस्ड इन माय लाइफ. some 12 years back, I had the foreign posting and I was living in a hotel. When I went out of country, I was put up in a hotel, and that was made my permanent residence by the company. They said that you can stay in the hotel and you need not move to an apartment for your, because I was all alone. So I had to have the meals and all that, and I made it very clear to them that I cannot cook food. So they said, okay, you stay in the hotel and we will pick up the entire cost. So when I was there, sometimes what used to happen कि रात को मुझे भूख लगी, तो what am I supposed to do? So that time means I was quite fascinated towards the chocolates. So I used to keep फरारो रोशर का एक पैकेट आता था, वो आज यहाँ पे भी हिंदुस्तान में तो बहुत रियली मिलता है, बट फरारो रोशर का पहले पैकेट आता था, आई यूज टू हैव दैट. आई ऑलवेज यूज टू कीप दैट अलोंग विद द जूसेस. वहाँ पे ऑस्ट्रेलियन जूसेस मिलते थे तो वो मैं लेता था. Once I bought some Ferrero Rocher which was having the near expiry. So exactly on the day of its expiry, when I tasted, I sensed कि उसके अंदर का जो वो था, उसके अंदर क्या मूंगफली होती है शायद, है ना, that had started smelling bad. So when you look at the foreign markets, they can exactly make an assessment of what should be the life of this product, and after a certain time period that product will have to be discarded by the customer. If he doesn't discard, it will become simply not to be eaten kind of thing. It will turn into a not to be eaten kind of thing. So one has to always think of all the eatable items having a, why is it that real का जो जूस आता है उसमें 6 months की expiry आती है. You try to taste it at the end of 6 months, it will start stinking, or if you cut it, there will be a fungal growth that will develop. So everything has a very scientific reason, and you need to appreciate the fact that storage capacity, the type of product that you are dealing with, plays quite an important role to make the supply of that particular item either elastic or inelastic. If the shelf life is less, the product is highly inelastic in terms of its supply. If the product is having a long life, then the price elasticity of supply will be highly elastic. If the price increases, you can make the necessary adjustments in the level of output, and you can step up the output to meet out the demand in the market in pursuit of earning higher profits. Third thing is factor availability. What is factor availability? Factor mobility or factor availability means the factors of production. What are the factors of production? There are 4 factors of production: land, labor, capital, and enterprise. If these factors of production are easily movable from one use to the another use, then the price elasticity of supply will be highly elastic. In case if the factors of production are immobile, that means land, labor, capital, इनको आप easily एक से दूसरे यूज में कन्वर्ट नहीं कर सकते हो, then the price elasticity of supply will be highly inelastic. This is the fundamental principle which you always have to remember. When the factors of production are mobile, the price elasticity of supply will be higher or greater. If the factors of production are immobile, if they cannot move from one use to the another use, then the price elasticity of supply will be inelastic. Now, looking at the fourth point, which is changes in the marginal cost of production. You will say, what is marginal cost of production? Suppose आप 100 यूनिट्स प्रोड्यूस करते हैं. मैंने एक नीचे ये छोटा सा ये बना रखा है, किसी पिछली क्लास में बताया था. Suppose you are producing 100 units for 10,000 rupees. If you increase the production or the output by another unit, that means from 100th unit, if you move on to the 101st unit, and you find that the cost of production, that the total cost of production has increased, it has increased to 10,102. Then what is the marginal cost of production? Marginal cost of production is 10,000, 102 minus 10,000, which means 102 rupees. Now, what is the per unit cost here? What is the per unit cost here? 100 rupees. 100 units producing 10,000. 100 units are being produced by incurring expenses to the tune of 10,000 rupees. So the cost of one unit works out to be how much? Cost of production comes out to be 100 rupees, right? The moment you increase the production unit by an additional unit of one, you find that the marginal cost of production, which is the cost of production of the n plus 1 unit minus n unit, that means 102. Now 102 is greater than that of 100. Is that clear? So whenever you are going for the expansion of output, you will reach out a situation where you will find that the marginal cost of production is higher. If the marginal cost of production is higher, you need to stop the production then and there itself. You cannot exceed that. Why so? Because आपकी अब यहाँ पे marginal cost, मतलब आप जैसे जैसे यूनिट बढ़ाते जाएंगे आपकी कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन बढ़ती जाएगी. कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन बढ़ती जाएगी तो आपकी प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी गिरती जाएगी. And if the cost of and if the profitability or the marginal return is declining, that is an undesirable situation. That is an undesirable situation. That means that particular product is now in the red. It has entered the red zone where if you add up the production unit, it will fetch you lesser margins. The profitability will keep on shrinking from a undesirable situation, and the price elasticity of supply from here onwards becomes highly inelastic in nature. And it works exactly the other way around. So long as the expansion of unit, expansion of output leads to the reduction in the marginal cost of the product, it will add to the profitability of the product, and the price elasticity of supply will be elastic in nature. What am I saying here? That अगर ये 10,102 रुपए में हो करके 10,085 रुपए भी होता तो यहाँ पे आपका क्या होता? मार्जिनल कॉस्ट कितनी आ जाती? मार्जिनल कॉस्ट आ जाती आपकी, मार्जिनल कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन आ जाती है आपकी 85 रुपीज. 85 rupees is lesser than 100 rupees. So keep on producing. The supplier gets a signal that he can go ahead with the more production of the commodity till the time this neutralizes and exceeds. Till the time this neutralizes and exceeds. The moment it becomes little higher, it exceeds the average cost of production, that is the time when you need to stop the production of that particular commodity and operate with the maximum production of 100 units and earn the profits to the maximum extent. That is exactly what happens in the market. I hope that all of you stand clear in terms of the time period that I have explained to you, the storage capacity of a product is concerned, the mobility or immobility of factors of production is concerned, and the change in the marginal cost of production is concerned. And this change is happening. Most of the times, this change is positive in nature. That means as you keep on adding up the production of number of units, it keeps on giving you more and more profits. तभी तो ये आप मार्केट में जब जाते हैं तो आजकल तो आपको सब्जी वाला भी बड़ा समझदार हो गया है. आप अगर पाव भर सब्जी लेते हैं तो वो आपको बोलता है कि बाबूजी ये 20 रुपए पाव है. आप किलो बोलते हैं तो वो कहता है 60 रुपए में ले जाओ. व्हाट इज दैट? वो कहता है आप मेरे से अगर 250 ग्राम्स कोई वेजिटेबल ले रहे हो, तो मेरे को बेचने में पता नहीं कितना टाइम लगेगा। आप जितनी ज्यादा से ज्यादा मेरे से सब्जी लोगे, मैं उतनी से उतनी जल्दी अपने स्टॉक्स को खत्म कर दूंगा और अपने घर जाऊंगा और आराम करूंगा। तो अगर आप उसको कम यूनिट की डिमांड करते हो, कम क्वांटिटी की डिमांड करते हो, तो वो अपने प्रोडक्ट की प्राइस बढ़ा करके आपको देता है और आपको अकॉर्डिंगली वो प्रोडक्ट खरीदना पड़ता है। अगर आपको लगता है कि मैं ज्यादा खरीदूंगा और ये प्रोडक्ट मेरा वेस्ट हो जाएगा, मेरे मेरे घर में सिर्फ 4 सदस्य हैं, 4 सदस्यों में मैं जो हूँ लिमिटेड लिमिटेड वो ले सकता हूँ। So accordingly, what will you do? You will never go for the purchase of a 1 kg of any vegetable for the simple reason that it will be a waste. Maybe half kg of your vegetable will go waste. So you will not try to increase the cost of buying the vegetable. So you will take a prudent decision by reducing it to half a kg, and the other person will also take the advantage कि अच्छा आधा किलो ले रहे हो तो ये 50 रुपए की तो 1 किलो दूंगा, आधा किलो लोगे तो 30 रुपए की दूंगा। आप सोचोगे 5 रुपए दे देता हूँ, बट ठीक है, मेरा कम से कम आधा किलो जो मैं लूंगा 50 रुपए, मेरे 20 रुपए तो वेस्ट नहीं होंगे। तो आप उसको उस इकोनॉमिक पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से देखते हो। आपकी इकोनॉमिक्स वो कहती है कि मैं 20 रुपए बचा रहा हूँ, उसकी इकोनॉमिक्स कहती है कि मैं 5 रुपए से ज्यादा अर्न कर रहा हूँ। सो दैट इज हाउ the world behaves and operates with the marginal cost of production. I hope it is clear to all of you. And in case if you guys have any query, please raise your query. I will be there to address the same. And any questions? रौनक कोई सवाल पूछना है? रौनक, where are you? Rajneesh, you have any question? एक मिनट रुको, आप अपना मेल आईडी बताइए मेरे को। RAJINISH रजनीश, हाँ सॉरी सॉरी रजनीश, सॉरी आई बेग योर पार्डन, या रजनीश, आगे SONY07@gmail.com। ओके, मेरे ख्याल से मैं आप लोगों को फिर नोट्स देना भूल गया हूँ, बाकी मैंने कर दिए थे फॉरवर्ड। सो व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू डू इज जस्ट अ मिनट। ये मैं आपको ईमेल के जरिए इसलिए दे रहा हूँ क्योंकि ना इट इज अ कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ दैट लैंडस्केप एंड पोर्ट्रेट। तो ये आपके मोबाइल फोन में नहीं खुलेगा, ये सिर्फ आपके डेस्कटॉप या लैपटॉप में ही खुलेगा। कोई एक जना और दे दीजिएगा, या आप सबके साथ क्लास के साथ में ये नोट्स शेयर कर लेंगे ना आप? हो गया, चलो मैं यूनिट 1 भी दे देता हूँ, यूनिट 1 एंड 2 कर दूं, है ना? ठीक है, ये मैं आपके लिए कर देता हूँ, कोई बात नहीं, कभी भी आप यू कैन एनी टाइम यू कैन आस्क फॉर द नोट्स। मैं आपको जीडीपी, मैं आपको बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट, ठीक है ना? ये मैंने रजनीश आपको कर दिया है। नाउ इट इज योर रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी फ्रॉम दिस C section to make sure that every student has notes of demand and supply, as well as the first unit which is related to the basic concepts of economics, right? कभी भी आपको नोट्स की जरूरत हो, you can always ask me, but मैं आपको I don't want to pass on the notes without getting you exposed to the subject matter, क्योंकि वो जाएगा आप पढ़ेंगे तो कभी आपको कोई कंफ्यूजन इस तरह का ना हो कि यू मे गेट स्टक इन द वर्लपूल ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन। एंड वंस once you misconstrue or misunderstand a concept, it is very